going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Mellow Mondays podcast. Um, it has been a hectic week, or it's really been, about a week, I guess. Missed last week because of a little issue that we had, I guess you could say. I was doing a little video on fixing another piece of the RV. I had a couple things that I was working on. And we flooded. Well, I say we. I unintentionally flooded the RV bathroom, and then it kind of spread out into the living area here and by my desk, and so that was a whole thing. It's been a very big pain. Long story short, I was doing this little repair on our fresh water tank, and I had the faucets open to kind of flush water through the system, make sure nothing was leaking. Well, I left the bathroom sink on. I didn't think anything of it. I figured all of our sinks run into our gray tank, which is kind of just your wastewater. Then you have your black tank, which is your toilet. Well, come to find out that the bathroom sink is on the black tank, not the gray tank. And you keep the black tank closed until it fills up, and then you dump it. So I had the water on with a tank that's closed. It eventually filled up, and it overflowed from the toilet. It overflowed from the sink. There was water shooting out on the sink, and so I walked into the RV. I cannot say what I said, but I was freaking out, trying to find towels. I ran over, grabbed towels, got all this stuff, finally got everything somewhat, I want to say, cleaned up, and then I had to rip up all the floors. So luckily we just did the new vinyl floor in the RV, which actually came in clutch. So I was able to rip out the trim and then rip up all the floor, wipe all that down, and immediately get fans on everything. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to affect the RV at all. It's not a big deal. It's just like, oh my gosh, the stress of like you're living in this little box and now you've got flooring all over the place and the floors are wet and you're freaking out and having to disinfect everything. I'm spraying vinegar water and Clorox and just getting everything cleaned up best I can. So that's been a whole thing. Finally got all the flooring back in a couple days ago, just in time because it's snowing again. We've gotten a couple inches really every day for the past like 3 days. Looking outside now, there's a bunch of snow coming down. It's really pretty. Nice dry snow, so it's really easy. I've been having to plow a little bit, doing my normal shoveling and stuff, so I'll go out there and do some of that here after a little while. But it's just been one of those weeks where like it rains, it pours. It's just like, oh my gosh. So fixing the RV, and it's like, what are we doing? And then we had some other stuff happen this week, and I cracked my windshield 2 nights ago, so I was like pissed about that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it just feels like one of those weeks where you just can't I don't know, you just can't win. Like everything is it just seems like everything is going wrong. And I'm trying to have a positive attitude. It's gotten better the past couple days. Like 3 days ago, very bad attitude, not in a good mood. Chiefs won last night. They beat the Bengals, and that kind of allowed us to, we're going to the Super Bowl, which is crazy. So that was like a positive. I'm like, all right, we're going to the Super Bowl. This is sick. Just trying to stay positive, get my head back on straight. It just like seems like everything's kind of snowballed, and then you just start getting mad about little stuff and like stuff that doesn't even matter. You're mad about. Because all this other stuff is going on. So that's kind of been my week, and that's why I didn't upload last week. I'm trying to be consistent. But when snowboarding the other day, that was good to kind of clear the head. We went and checked out X Games, which was cool. So X Games actually in Aspen. So we went out and checked that out. It was pretty sick, actually. I wasn't, didn't really know what to expect. We always watched the X Games as a kid growing up on TV and stuff. So it was kind of, it was kind of cool just being there. We only saw like 2 events. We watched a bunch of it online too, but it's kind of cold and real snowy, but like to be there and to just watch them like do all those tricks is insane. Like I went snowboarding yesterday and I went off like one little jump and I was like, oh, that was sick. I probably got, I don't know, maybe 2 feet of air. And I was like, that was kind of scary. I can't imagine these guys going 20 feet above the lip on the super pipe, or the big air competition is insane. So yeah, it was, anyway, that was cool to see. It was a nice little break from all of the commotion that has been going on the past week or so. Yeah, I don't know if I really have like good piece of advice for everyone this week, or like, well, I guess what I'm learning is trying to stay positive and to just take the bad events as they come. It's a kind of a good, like, we've had a really chill year as far as like things breaking, and like we've been really fortunate. So I can fix the windshield. We can fix some other things that need to be fixed. I can fix the RV. It just costs a little bit of money right now, but that's okay. Like, I'm trying to remind myself that, but um I don't know. I think I just want to be an encouragement to you all this week. I'm sure you have had weeks like this. It's just like, oh my gosh, like it's just been so frustrating. Like, I haven't been able to come up with like anything. It's just like, I feel like we're in survival mode. Like, we're just trying to figure out, like, please nothing else break right now while we're down. So I think we're getting things put back together. All I got to do is put the trim back in the RV, which shouldn't be too bad. That's the last thing I need to do here. And we found some other stuff, like whatever, like I had carpeting that I had to rip out and cut out. It's just like, it is. It's just always something. But we got all that figured out. And yeah, just trying to relax, take it easy, enjoy kind of the slowness of winter, enjoy the beautiful views with the snow and the mountains and whatnot. But yeah, just encouragement to you all. If you're having a bad week, it's all good. We all have bad weeks. I've had a bad week. It's getting better, but I don't know. I think sometimes people are like, "Oh, well, everything's gonna be okay. Don't worry." Like, I don't know. I think there needs to be a balance of like, "Hey, this week's been kind of tough," but also not staying there and then letting it ruin future days, or getting mad about silly stuff or whatever. So I don't know. Just encourage you all to find that balance. Like, it's all good. It's all good to have a bad week, because we all do. And I get it. I've been there. I was there this week. So yeah, I don't know. Just a little update. Nothing crazy. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope you guys are not having to deal with flooding and anything else going on, because it's not fun. I definitely feel your pain if you are. Yeah. Hope you guys are doing well, and yeah, we'll catch you guys next week. And yeah, this has been another episode of the Mellow Mondays podcast. Peace.